Hey all, Steve from GuitarNiche here. The topic for today's video is how to lower the action on an acoustic. I'm going to show you a couple tips, but first we're going to look at the basic ground rules. And one is to make sure that the neck is nice and relatively straight. So you should have some sort of straight edge to go by. Okay, in other words, you don't want to see too much light under the straight edge, going by the fretboard, that is, okay? And moving forward, another critical point is the nut. The nut should be cut properly. If the strings are, if the nut is not cut properly, you're going to have a lot of air under there, and that's going to give you just misreads like crazy. So the nut has to be cut appropriately, let's say. You can always, go back and forth between the nut and the saddle and kind of creep your way down. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to express some preferential approaches to lowering the action on an acoustic. Okay. Now, as far as the nut goes, there are other videos that show how to achieve a reasonable, height at the nut using some tools, etc. And as far as the bridge goes, or the saddle, as it were, well, at the moment, all I can say is these strings are a tad too high. You can probably see it. I want to make sure that I keep everything in view here. But more importantly, I want to show you a nice little tip on how to get there, how to lower the action itself. And let's say you have the neck relief is set nice. Let's say the nut is cut nice, as I just went over. How do we get the strings down to a point where we can say we're in a good spot, okay? Of course, you might have a tool such as this for measuring, okay? And this is great, that's fine. But I'm going to show you a little trick to get there in a reasonable amount of time and using just some very simple tools, okay? So on the bass side here, I'm going to use an American $50, okay? Now, to give you an idea what that translates to, that is, it's right in between 5 and 6 64ths. It actually measures 0.085 inches or 2.15 millimeters. That's actually a sweet spot. In my books, it tends to be a little bit on the high side, but it's a good medium. On the treble side, I'm going to use an American quarter. Okay, and I'll just slip that under there. Okay, at the 12th fret. Now the quarter measures 4/64ths, pretty close, or 0.069 inches, or 1.75 millimeters. So at the end of the day, these specs I'm relaying here are kind of arbitrary to a point. They're kind of derived from typical Martin setup numbers and stuff like that. But this is how we're going to get there. This is how we're going to make stuff work. Okay. Now I'll show you a little trick here. I'm just going to go right down to next to the saddle here, and I'm just going to push that low E string down until that $50 coin is flush, just like that. Now, as I do that, I can use my squinty eyeballs and look sidelong and see and just get a visual on what the difference is between where it is and where I want it to be. And I'm not going to put an explicit measurement on that because I'm going to kind of commit that measurement to memory. I'll use whatever, you know, seems to work as far as making it sticky in my mind. And the same will work for the treble side. Just get that, we'll just adjust that, get it more centered. So this gives me an idea. See, once that coin goes level, I know that's where I want my action. That should be just about perfect. And if I look down at the end where I'm pressing down, it's up, and then I press down and I make a mental note of the difference. Now, if you want to take that a step further, you can use a tool or some sort of blocking down here and literally measure the difference. So what I'm going to do is I've got a mental idea of what I want to take off on both these sides. I'm going to take the saddle out, trim it back, and I'll show you how that process is going to work. So I have the saddle removed. Okay, it's just a cheap plastic one for the time being. I might actually replace that, but we're going to use it for what it is. And I'm using a capo to control the strings. You can put it wherever you want down at the end of the neck here. I usually put it on the nut, but I don't want to disturb anything here. So we're exercising some string control. And finally, I want to pass along this other tip, which is these are still the old strings. I will do my basic raw setup measurements and adjustments using the old strings so that the new strings do not get wrecked or destroyed. They get over tensioned. They can tend to have a shorter lifespan because you know, you take them off a few too many times and they just lose their resiliency, and they start to break. Simple as that. Okay, so I took a mental picture, as I said, of what I want to take off this saddle, and I'm going to estimate. So you can always be conservative here, but I'm going to estimate that much on the bass side and then a little bit more on the treble side, I would think. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to true this up on a flat surface with sandpaper anyway. Okay, and we'll grind that off, sand it off, level it, and we'll see how it works. I have the saddle is cut down a little bit. You can still see some of the registration line there, but I'm just going to true it up a little bit with this sanding block. Okay, I'll do this off screen just for a second. All I'm doing is making sure that the bottom is absolutely flat. Always the bottom, never the top. Always work from the bottom. And then, you know, you just sight down the edge and you should be able to see if it's straight or not. This has got a little bit of play in it left, but I'm going to expedite this a little bit, okay? It's for illustration purposes. So let's pop that in there and see where we wound up. Beauty. All right. I'm going to make sure that we're in tune, or at least close. We're pretty much in tune. Doesn't have to be perfect. What matters is the amount of pressure on the neck. It should be within a certain range. So, using our $50 here, how did we make out? Not too bad. Maybe a little bit more air there, but the thing is, I didn't go too far, which is great. Okay, how did we make out on the treble side? Oh, there's a ways to go there. So, what this tells me is, I got to creep that down a little bit more on the treble side versus the bass side. A little bit on the bass, more on the treble. And once I nibble that saddle back down, using the same process, just a very, very slight amount, I should be in a happy place as far as the general action goes. Of course, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to see how it feels, make sure it doesn't buzz and stuff like that. And then if I'm reasonably sure that the action is where it feels comfortable and the instrument is cooperating, all that good stuff, then I'll throw on the new set of strings and make any final adjustments to the saddle as necessary. Simple as that. To summarize the whole process, making sure that, again, the neck is true, making sure the nut is cut properly, and just use some very, very simple, like it's pocket change for could be whatever part of the world you're from. If you want to roll back, you'll see, or I listed the dimensions of these things, and you can modify them to your own tastes and to what the instrument allows. At the end of the day, it's going to be just dandy. Okay? Hope you got something out of that. Once again, my name is Steve from GuitarNiche, and as always, play loud, have fun, have a great day, like and subscribe, and read the description below for some free resources and good stuff down there. Okay? Cheers! See ya.